Dragon Ball Z was a staple in my childhood. It was my introduction to anime and was a staple in shaping anime and other cartoons. In honor of Akira Toriyama, we're going to be going over the best Dragon Ball Z references in cartoon media. First, we have Kids Next Door. This was one of my favorite cartoons growing up. In the episode, the Kids Next Door fail their mission. Each member gives their own exaggerated version of what happened. When number 4 tells his story, we get this iconic DBZ reference. We see the delightful kids from down the lane as Frieza. They even play music that's inspired by early 90s anime. Number 4 looks like Goku in Super Saiyan form. Number 4 blows a piece of bubble gum called Gumball Attack, which is a clear reference to Goku's Kamehameha and Spirit Bomb. And they also make plenty of general anime references such as the expressions and gasps. The delightful kids turn into their full power evolution, which is another reference to Dragon Ball characters going to a new form. Number 4 also evolves, but it just makes his hair bigger. This is a reference to how long the character's hairs would get in the earlier versions. Just look how long Goku's hair is in Super Saiyan 3. Next, we have the grim adventures of Billy and Mandy. In the episode, Billy and Mandy are having a battle for money, with Mandy's hair representing a Super Saiyan. Mandy decides to use her full power. They both charge up, causing an explosion. I think it may be easier for Cartoon Network shows to reference Dragon Ball Z since it also aired on Cartoon Network. Next, we have Teen Titans Go. In the episode, Robin runs out of hair gel. As he's trying to fix his hair, it turns into a familiar shape. Robin is referencing Goku's hair. He also then goes on to reference Sonic the Hedgehog's hair. Teen Titans Go has had a lot of collabs, so let me know if I should do a video about that. Also, in another episode, Robin has a face-off with a leprechaun. Don't ask me how, this show is insane. Robin turns into a leprechaun Super Saiyan-like form. Dragon Ball really is the reason all these other shows have transformations. Up next, we have Johnny Bravo. I'm honestly so shook Johnny Bravo was allowed to air on TV. I feel like people that grew up watching this show are on an offenders list. In the episode, Johnny's watching a Dragon Ball Z parody that also references Pokemon. I love how at the end you find out it's a marketing ploy. Sidebar, I felt the need to mention that Johnny Bravo also had a collab with Dragon Ball Z. This was all lost footage, but it was recently found. Johnny would have people call in, and in this episode, someone wanted him to play an episode of Dragon Ball Z.
I can't play a whole episode of Dragon Ball Z.
Why?
I'm sorry, I know. See, my show's only a half hour long, little lady, and that Dragon Ball thing is a half hour too. But I'll tell you what I'm gonna do, alright? I'm gonna play your favorite episode of Dragon Ball Z, and we're gonna fast forward through some of it, alright?
Okay.
Stay with me on this one. Alright, right here, Goku is on Namek fighting that Frieza guy.
Next, we have the Fairly Odd Parents. This was another one of my favorite shows growing up. This was my Infinity War, as the show references a bunch of cartoons. This Dragon Ball reference is in the TV movie Channel Chasers. We find out Timmy's favorite TV show is Maho Mushi, which his parents do not want him to watch because it causes kids to do stupid things. We can see a character that's supposed to be Goku and Vegeta on the cover. Timmy wishes for a destructive vehicle from Maho Mushi, which causes his parents to lose their job. So instead of watching TV, he decides to wish for a magical remote which lets him go into other TV shows. During the climax of the movie, Timmy enters the TV parody world of Dragon Ball Z called Maho Mushi. His animations turns to an anime-like art style. I always thought it was interesting whenever American shows would ever try to represent anime. It's kind of weird, but it reminds me of this show Kappa Mikey. I think it was pretty cool that they decided to show Maho Mushi having a tournament arc, which is a staple in anime shows, especially Dragon Ball Z. Vicky appears and her and Timmy have a showdown. Next, we have DuckTales. In the DuckTales remake, we get a reference to the Dragon Ball Z He's Over 9,000 meme. In the episode, Huey needs to help his mom, so he charges up. His mom's scouter breaks and she says his power level is over 9,000. This is a reference to what Vegeta says about Goku as he charges up.
Vegeta, what did you say his power level is? It's over 9,000! 9,000?!
Up next, we have Owl House. I've only seen this show a few times, but every episode I've seen was great. Edaline is trying to power up, thinking she's doing a workout, to turn into Heartbeat Eda, who's supposed to be Goku. When they show the tape, we see it's a Dragon Ball Z-like video. Also, this is where the TikTok meme came from.
This looks ancient.
What? No, it's only 30 years old.
I remember seeing this in theaters.
Which is crazy to think about since Dragon Ball came out in 1984, which was 40 years ago this year in 2024. Next, we have the TV show Mad. This show makes fun of other TV shows and movies and pop culture. It's like Saturday Night Live and Robot Chicken combined. Dragon Ball has a few different moments in this show, but I think my favorite is Go Dragon Ball Go, which combines Dragon Ball Z and Go Diego Go, the spin-off of Dora the Explorer. Diego wants to save all the animals, so Goku helps him by helping him find all the Dragon Balls. Next, we have Robot Chicken. Piccolo gets arrested for kidnapping, radicalization, and brainwashing Gohan. I think this is funny because, yeah, in real life, Piccolo would be going down. He would need to be put away for putting a regular kid through all that training.
Mr. Piccolo is gonna get the help he needs, son. Want some McDonald's?
No need! Mr. Piccolo gives me all the senzu beans I can eat!
Whoa, kid, they don't need to know about the senzu beans.
Robot Chicken also had a Christmas special with Dragon Ball Z. Thieves stole Santa's reindeer and presents, so Goku and Gohan must save Christmas. This was definitely a very interesting episode, but I loved this show growing up. I loved it because it had crossovers and parodies, which I was obsessed with. Next, we have Steven Universe. I'm currently watching this show, and wow, I've been missing out. Steven Universe actually has a lot of anime references. I think my favorite one with Dragon Ball is the most direct one. In the episode, Steven and Connie are spying on Connie's mom to get a sword back. Things start to go wrong when they see that a crystal gem is one of her patients. If you look closely at the door, you can see Dr. Gero and patient 20. This is a clear reference to Dr. Gero and Android 20. I guess they work at the same hospital. Next, we have the amazing world of Gumball. Gumball decides to harvest the power within him to become a Super Saiyan. I love how he blatantly just straight up said Super Saiyan instead of some parody.
Harness the power within, and I'll turn into a Super Saiyan.
After a mess up, he actually does it. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, make sure to click that like button. I'm still shocked that Akira Toriyama has passed away. He's influenced so many shows and his legacy will go on forever. The original manga of Dragon Ball came out in 1984 and it's still going on to this day. It is one of the best-selling comic books of all time. Dragon Ball Z is one of my favorite shows and I hope that they're able to continue the legacy of the show. I really think you could argue that this is the most popular anime ever. I know that there's a spin-off show of Dragon Ball Super coming out where they're younger, and I know the manga is still happening. I'm sending my condolences to Akira's team and his family. Anime would not look the same without him. Let me know what your guys' favorite Dragon Ball moment is, whether it's from Dragon Ball Z, GT, Super, or any other of the movies. I think my favorite would be the whole Android and Cell arc. I think it was developed really well, and the build up to Cell was amazing. Thanks you guys so much for watching this video. If you do like it, make sure to follow. I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace out.